What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. A 200 million market cap altcoin just integrated with the Federal Reserve, partnered with Stripe, joined Circle alongside with BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, and it is confirmed with talks with Ripple. Here is the outlook for Zebec through Nansen.ai. Now, of course, this video is a smart money alert by Nansen.ai, and what we can see obviously is the entire address holdings of every single Zebec token. Now, before I jump into the deeper analysis through Nansen, let me just show you what's going on in terms of the wider picture here. Massive announcement throughout December, of course, and last year for Zebec Network. And right now it sits in a price, in my opinion, that is becoming quite interesting in terms of where it's falling. So let's have a look at the bigger signal. Now, Privy, obviously, which partnered with Zebec, is an incredible fintech infrastructure or wallet infrastructure project, and they have been acquired by Stripe. Okay, Stripe have bought Zebec, and this whole idea is, you know, fintech is coming into crypto. Now, the other thing that you need to know is Privy had now power the Nansen.ai wallet infrastructure. And this is crazy because I think nobody's obviously talking about this. You can activate your Nansen wallet, which is powered by Privy, and it's much easier than you think in terms of the steps and how you go about doing this. And you do this through the Nansen wallet application. So click activate wallet button. Your new, or what I would say is when you log back into the wallet. And by the way, if you want to get a Nansen smart trading platform, wallets, tracking, everything you need in terms of staying up to date and being ahead of the game, really, you can just use our code DXB at checkout. There's a link in the description of the video. Grab Nansen, because as the money comes into the market, you will make tenfold of what you paid monthly here. Okay, but this is all with Privy. Now, Privy unfortunately does not have their own token. They're like Nansen, you know, they are an infrastructure play for crypto. Not necessarily, you don't need a token for it. But then you can copy your Nansen wallet address, transfer your external wallet like MetaMask or Phantom to your Nansen wallet address, and of course you need tokens for gas. And if by chance you close and deactivate the wallet window, there's no worries. You can always access from the top left-hand corner, and we can go through that as well. And agentic trading on the mobile is literally, it's in beta right now, but I think that's gonna make trading quite significant. I think this is absolutely huge. This partnership between Privy and Nansen, and Zebec comes into that play. Okay, so Zebec, if you look, Zebec partners with Stripe and integrates Privy IO wallet infrastructure into its Payroll SuperApp. And in my opinion, I mean, since this video is focusing on Nansen, smart alerts, Zebec, of course, this is also in the entire, you know, the same ecosystem. In phase 2, Zebec will expand within the Stripe network for stablecoin payments across border payments. That's huge. I don't care what anyone says. That is absolutely huge. So we have Nansen, we have Zebec, we have Stripe, we have Privy. This is all proven to be, again, you know, I'm not linking the Nansen wallet to Zebec, because what we can do with Nansen is look at the accumulation as of recently, when the price went all the way here on the 21st of November, when it capitulated and retail were just dumping tokens and getting scared. You know, big money stepped in, and what we can see is a massive accumulation. In fact, 54% hasn't changed a lot, but 54% of the token is held by smart money. So that is good. They are diamond handing, and here you see public figures. Usually these are KOLs, and normally I just don't like any KOL holdings when the project becomes mature. So that's also very good. Now, the addresses, according to my Nansen alert, you have steady increase of the top 100 address balances here. So you have marginal, but again, that is always going to be quite useful. Now, 57% of the supply held by the top 100. So from that perspective, you'd think it's quite centralized. Having said that, the whale concentration here is down by 12%. Okay, that's another alert that I got here about the number of whales holding Zebec. Okay, so what you can see is notable whales have actually sold some of their positions. You've got, you know, a Sol millionaire here that got rid of some. Again, you know, as the hype builds, always be very careful as you build hype. Of course, whales will capitalize on the money. But what you have here is, of course, this trading bot Sniper here, net worth 400K, and of course, you know, down $90,000 in the last 30 days, 30 to 90 days here. And then what we've got here, bridge taker. Now that's absolutely normal, but you did have one or two whales selling, and with it, what you see is obviously token price versus balance. Even at their lowest, there is a divergence. Okay, so the tokens being accumulated, right? What you see in here in the gold or the yellow is that's steady up. Now what that means is that's the balance, right? The balance is going up while the price is going down. Now what that equals to is, okay, whales and smart money and the SM section are accumulating. So these guys are buying when you see an indicator like that. Okay, it's a buy, because if the other way around, what we had is, say for example, balance falling, right? If you see balance falling and the price is falling as well, that will also tell you if this gold line now comes down, and of course the price remains down, it means they are capitulating. But what they normally do, if anyone's going to sell or take profit, and the way to use Nansen is to wait for, you know, in any project anyway, and you see it right here, price goes all the way to the top here, and again there is a slight profit taken there, and then they cross over here as the price goes down to the minimum. You see more balance purchases from the low, because people do understand at that point it is absolutely in its lowest form. So overall, in terms of the overview, so the Nansen alert here is that, you know, accumulation's going up. However, if we look at as to the reasons as why people would be interested, okay, if you look at the volume over here, 21% down. Again, that's an alert for the wider market, but this is specifically on chain, right? So if you look at, for example, market cap here. So if you look at the market cap on DEX, I mean, market cap versus the DEX volume, right? This is super low. Now you have to understand Nansen is an on-chain tool. So this is not the total volume. You know, Zebec is not doing a global volume of $220,000 from 200 million, but that is the DEX, right? It's on Solana, and that is the DEX volume that it's doing. Another thing that we see, which is quite positive, again, I do have alerts as to when Nansen holders or a project increases holders. However, marginal, we are seeing here an uptake in terms of the number of wallets holders. 53,000, not bad at all. Again, all on chain. It is absolutely accurate information. Again, you know, you have Nansen doesn't track, you know, other blockchains, for example, like Sui, because it uses the Move programming language. But anything that's EVM, it will track directly from its source, which is the DEX. Now, whale money, $13,000. Again, 3 wallets, and again, fresh wallets absolutely smoked that out with over 200,000 in terms of accumulation. So again, this is very, very tiny compared to the amount of money that's flowing into Zebec. Again, we set the you know, the trackers for that. So overall, what we're seeing here and what you're about to witness with Zebec is over a long period of time, they are doing things in the right way. And if you can track it with Nansen, normally it tells you a complete summary. Like, for example, Nansen will give you all the on-chain data analysis, but we have the headline, which is normally Stripe, of course, via Privy acquisition, Circle, Program. These are all things that they're in. MasterCard, FedNow, NatPay, via NatPay, Uphold, direct deposits and rewards, potential Ripple collaboration, of course, talks are confirmed. Now, in terms of what you need to understand with this one is, for example, Stripe Privy partnership, you've got Zebec integrated into Privy's embedded wallet stack acquired by Stripe, enables on-chain payroll without external crypto wallets. You know, that's key. Internal payrolls, so on-chain payrolls without external crypto wallets. Users receive payouts without installing extensions and managing private keys. Stripe processes over 1.4 trillion in annual volume. And that's why it matters, because Privy has 35 million wallets on its stack. Again, Privy integrated into Zebec and into Nansen as well. This positions Zebec as a hybrid, as a settlement layer connecting DeFi or TradFi into crypto. Payroll specifically, phase 2's coming, stablecoin payments, international payments, again, using Stripe's infrastructure to bridge between traditional payouts and blockchain settlement. Now, of course, it goes into much deeper. This is a kind of mind map that I've created for myself to track any developments here. But NatPay is a national payment corporation. And what happened was basically NatPay is the only independent payroll processor on FedNow. It processes 170 billion annually, 300,000 in terms of plus in ACH clients, connects 8,500 US banks through FedNow. And it goes on anyway, but this is part of my research. Again, if you want to know, Circle's Arc testnet as well, with, you know, potential integration there. I think it's going to be, you know, it's really, really bullish for this little bad boy, in my opinion. And again, you know, some people say, oh, you know, are we late? No, we're not late. You know, at the end of the day, the markets could come down. The chart does look like it's found its floor here. But what really does matter is, you know, you join our community, you get access to Nansen. You know, you start to watch the market in a manner that would allow you to make crazy money, because I think we are just starting to make, you know, crazy money for 2026, in my opinion. I think this is it. So there are two distinctive areas to look for prices. Again, I'll show it to you on the chart here. Zebec currently is at a place where, you know, this is kind of like a massive important range, right? So we see how every time we've come here, we've bounced. Every time we come here, we've bounced. And we are just bouncing again because we tapped this level. This level is very, very critical. If Zebec loses this level, it means that we have gone into a slightly deeper bear market. But there is, of course, another level just underneath that. But I don't think, looking at the chart and the way it's bouncing, I can't see that happening at the moment. But here's another level that you could potentially look at. But I expect price to come in. You know, at the moment, it's doing what it's supposed to do. But even if it gets weaker here, I expect price to come in and bounce from there. You know, it's as simple as that. So set yourself some targets. This is a major resistance, support area. You could see it here back in early 25 in February. Then we got back here into the April lows. And then ever since, we just formed a new slightly higher range of support. And the chart really needs to get above this moving average here, which is still currently, in terms of my 50 moving average here, it is red right now. It hasn't flipped green yet. When it does, I do expect that to go and absolutely go on rip. So let me know what you think. I mean, again, you know, Nansen is making all of these things possible for me. You know, you get high trade signal wallets. You can label these wallets, and that's how I've been noticing certain factors about Zebec Network. Smash a like, guys. Accumulation is up. Holder count is up. Of course, if you're looking for a project update, you know, smart money is up. And those are the key things that you need to look for. Volume is down across all crypto, and market cap slightly down, making it for better trading buying opportunity. Check out the link in the description for Nansen. Let me know what your thoughts are in the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.